I'm Assistant Sports Information Director Mike Kucharski, joined by TJ Lundeen, the sports editor of the Pacer Times, and we're here to take you for your look inside Pacer Athletics.
Start off our look this week with a sit-down interview with Mike Kucharski and women's head basketball coach Mike Brandt.
Joined by women's basketball head coach Mike Brandt today. Let's go ahead and talk about your team. You guys got the program's first ever number 5 ranking coming into the season. What does that do for you? Does it add pressure to the team, or?
I think it could add pressure, but we're trying to handle it in a different way and just use it as a motivational tool. You know, we talked about we didn't put ourselves at number 5. We don't think we're number 5. That's the other coaches that voted for us. So they have respect for our program, and so that's why I try to encourage our players to say the other coaches think you're that good, so let's play at that level, let's practice at that level. And so far they've bought into it, and I think they're working hard. And you know, they're not satisfied with the ranking because it's just a preseason ranking, but they're trying to stay up there, that caliber of team being in the top 10.
Okay, well, you're off to a good start, 3-0 so far, and you actually have 5 players averaging at least 8 points. What does that balance do for your team?
I think it's great. You know, anytime you have balance on a team, it's much more difficult for teams to defend the way they want to prepare for you. It wasn't really set up that way by design. It's just part of we really emphasize taking what the defense gives you, and we have some very good offensive players that Kayla Harris obviously can score, Danielle Terrell can score, and if they key on them, then we have some others that step up and do it. And so I think the more people you can have that can score, then obviously the better your team's going to be overall.
Right, and you've put on some defensive pressure too, winning each game by at least 20 points. Is that one of your big philosophies, defending?
Well, our pressure defense is really good. We've been excited about that this year. It's something that we do emphasize, and a lot of the credit has to go to the players because you can tell them to play defense like that and play defense like this, but the effort comes from them, and they've really decided and got in their minds that they're going to get after it, play defense. And we have 5 or 6 of them that are playing really good pressure defense, and surprisingly, the others are seeing what they have to do to play some quality minutes. So we've had some other players really stepping up. So I think our defense is really improving as we go. Even though we've done a great job so far, but we're still trying to improve on that and get more players playing a good pressure defense.
All right. So you got 2 more games before the conference starts. Any more fine tuning you got to do before? 2 more home games before conference. Any more fine-tuning you're looking to do?
I don't think so. I think every time you play somebody, I think we have a good team. That's obvious, and so other teams come in here and they're going to play a little different defenses. For instance, Catawba came in and they went zone for us a lot of time, against us a lot of times, especially in the first half. And we went, as I charted, at 4 possessions we scored out of 18. So we were not prepared or didn't execute well for that against zone. So obviously in practice we got after that, and I think we've somewhat corrected that. But we're going to do a lot of fine-tuning because teams are going to come in and do different things to it. Because I don't think they can come in and just play straight-up basketball. They're going to do some different things on defense. So we're trying to prepare ourselves against gimmick defenses and different things so that when the time comes we do face that, we don't have much trouble and we can execute and score baskets.
Right. And also had a personal milestone for you, reached 450th career win. What does that mean to you?
It means I've had a lot of real good players, and been fortunate to be in good programs that allow us to win games. And obviously, it takes a lot of years to get up to 450, but it helps when you have really quality teams and get 27 2 years in a row. And so the higher level you get, the more wins you get before you get too old and have to retire. So hopefully we'll just keep on rolling with those wins.
Right. Well, we look forward to many more coming, and our next matchup is at home, Thanksgiving Sunday against Florida Tech. So we look forward to that. Thanks for your time, Coach.
You bet. Thank you.
All right, we've had 2 student athletes of the week from the women's basketball team, and Kayla Harris and Brittany Hill. And the women's basketball team has some upcoming home games: Saturday, November 25th against Florida Tech, and then Saturday, December 1st against Benedict.
All right, and now moving on to men's basketball. The men's team was picked 4th in the preseason Peach Belt Conference poll, and Raymond Nelson was selected as a preseason all-conference team member. So far, they've started out well. They're 2-0. They defeated Voorhees 92-72 with 6 players scoring in double figures. Paul Larson had a double-double with 14 points and 10 boards. Kinley Branch had 19 points to lead them in scoring. And then they just defeated the national number 15 Winston-Salem State Rams 98-84. They set the program record for three-point shooting percentage. Really good night from beyond the arc. Ron Zimmerman scored his career-high 28 points with 7 three-pointers. Raymond Nelson chipped in with a double-double with 12 points and 11 assists. And Jesse Seilern had 19 points. He's actually made 10-plus free throws in each of the first 2 games, so it's a nice stat.
Pretty impressive. And the next time we'll see the men's basketball team, they will be at Winston-Salem State, and then they'll go to Benedict. The next time you can see them on the Convocation Center floor is Thursday, December 6th, when they'll face Mount Olive.
And as far as Peach Belt Conference play, that starts for both teams, men's and women's, Saturday, December 15th, as we host the UNC Pembroke Braves. The action will get underway at 5:30 p.m.
All right, just to wrap up the fall a little bit, and last time we were with you guys, it wasn't all over yet. So we're just going to go into cross country. They went to the Southeast Regional Championship. The team finished 23rd, and Keely Gillespie improved her school record 6K time, and she finished 13th individually. So good year for the cross country squad.
Very nice run. And the men's soccer team finished up their season. They had an incredible run in the Peach Belt Conference tournament. They won 2 games in shootouts to advance all the way to the championship game, where they unfortunately fell to Montevallo. But overall, a great season for them. They finished runner-up. I know Coach Ike was pretty happy with that.
Right. And the volleyball team finished the regular season 3rd in the Peach Belt Conference. And in the first round of the Peach Belt Conference tournament, they were defeated by Lander, so that ended their season. But it was a pretty successful season overall. We
had a good year for our fall sports individual student athletes as well, as many of them earned some individual honors. Tell us a little about that.
Well, we had some Peach Belt Conference all-academic performers in Emily Dodd and Aubrey Danielson from the women's soccer team. From the men's soccer team, we had Chinedu Arenzi and Michael Poole. And we had some honorable mention people on the all-academic team, and Keely Gillespie, Alexis Harvin, and Brittany May from cross country. From women's soccer, we had Kim Byer, Allie Edens, and Kyle McGuire. And from men's soccer, Siobhan Joseph. So very good academic performance from those players.
You like to see that, and continuing with the good work in the classroom. Capital One academic NCAA Division II all-district team members came from volleyball this year in Samantha Luke Rowley and Ashley Farwell. And Samantha actually also was given the Peach Belt Conference Elite 15 Award, which is given to the student athlete with the highest GPA in the championship sport. And she finished with a 3.97 in nursing, so that's pretty impressive for Samantha Luke Rowley.
Very tough. And then we had a Peach Belt Conference all-sportsmanship team member, and that was Hillary Spears. So it's great to see the sportsmanship there from Miss Spears.
I'd like to see that. We had some all-conference performers as well. 2 from men's soccer. We had Mark Hanlon in his first year as a Pacer, and Brett Van Pelt got picked for honored as a second time as an all-conference selection. Volleyball, we had 2 as well. We had Shannon Byers, who is one of only 2 Pacers to ever be selected all-conference in all 4 years here. She's also the 6th player in program history with 1,000 kills and 1,000 digs. She actually finished with 1,240 kills and 1,400 digs on the nose. And then we also have Samantha Luke Rowley as our other all-conference from volleyball, and she is the all-time Pacer digs leader and 4th in Peach Belt Conference history with 2,160 digs. So quite impressive.
Very well. And then we had a Peach Belt Conference Freshman of the Year in volleyball, and that was Ashley Diedrich. And she led the team with kills with 303, 2nd in Peach Belt Conference in service aces with 57, and service aces per set. She was 4th on the team with 249 digs.
So we also had some members on the Peach Belt Conference all-tournament team from our men's soccer in their great run. Brandon Giraz had 4 saves in those overtime shootout victories we mentioned before. Noah Mace scored in each one of the 3 games that we had, so that was very nice. And Brett Van Pelt was the 3rd, and he led our defense, keeping it strong. And then we have the All-Southeast Region honoree for cross country in Keely Gillespie, and that's for finishing so well in the Southeast Regional.
fantastic fall season for the Pacer athletes.
Yeah, overall great work by all 4 sports. So we'll look forward to seeing them again next fall. So for Mike and TJ, thanks for watching this episode of Inside Pacer Athletics.
Be sure to check out pacersports.com for all your Pacer athletic needs.